Intervals 3. Quality and distance. An interval is the distance between two notes. A melodic interval is made from notes sounded in succession, while a harmonic interval is made from notes sounded simultaneously. An interval has two parts, quality and distance. The quality is always listed before the distance. The distance is given in Arabic numerals. Qualities can be perfect, major, minor, augmented, or diminished. Use the following abbreviation for qualities: uppercase P for perfect, uppercase M for major, lowercase m for minor, a plus symbol for augmented, and a degree symbol for diminished. For some people's writing, it is difficult to distinguish their uppercase M from their lowercase m. Therefore, it is customary in music theory when writing by hand to put a horizontal line over your lowercase m. Also, some people use uppercase A for augmented and lowercase d for diminished. We previously learned how to find the distance portion of an interval, otherwise known as the generic interval. When finding the distance, count the lines and spaces from one note to the next, and begin counting with 1. We also previously learned how to find the number of semitones that separate two notes. When counting the number of semitones, use a keyboard or an image of a keyboard and begin counting with 0. It is important to note that when finding the distance, begin counting with 1, and when counting semitones, begin counting with 0. Finally, use the distance in semitones to look up the quality on the interval table. This interval is a perfect fourth. Unisons, fourths, fifths, and octaves are called tonal intervals, and they can be perfect, diminished, or augmented. Seconds, thirds, sixths, and sevenths are called modal intervals, and they can be major, minor, diminished, or augmented. In other words, it is not possible to have a perfect third, but you can have a major third or a minor third. And it is not possible to have a major fifth, but you can have a perfect fifth. Here is another example. Find the distance. Count the semitones. Look up the quality on the interval table. This interval is a major sixth. To be proficient in music reading, your interval recognition must be instantaneous. We will learn tips and tricks to help you achieve this in future lessons. To be proficient in music, you must also be able to write intervals as well. Write a major third above D. When writing intervals, first write the note that corresponds to the correct distance. In this case, F is a third above D. Then, use the interval table to look up the number of semitones that correspond to the interval. 4 semitones correspond to a major third. Count the semitones on a keyboard that correspond to the correct interval. Since the key is a black key, an accidental must be added to the answer on the staff. In this case, a sharp modifies the F on the staff so that it corresponds to the correct key on the keyboard. F sharp is a major third above D. Intervals can be written either above or below given notes. Here is one more example. Write a diminished fifth below F. First, write the note on the staff that corresponds to the distance of 5. Then, use the interval table to find the number of semitones that corresponds to a diminished fifth. 6 semitones correspond to a diminished fifth. Find 6 semitones below the F key on the keyboard. Since the key is a white key, the note on the staff does not need to be modified with an accidental. B is a diminished fifth below F. The next few videos on intervals will help you improve in identifying and writing intervals.